Recording in progress.
Okay. So, let's begin. Come to a seated position, sitting tall and supreme. Close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything you need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. Do the Omnimachi mantra, which means I bow to inner light. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. just going to start off with a little bit of spiritual discourse, as Dharma usually does in his Maha sadhanas. So I'm going to talk about the kleshas today. Kleshas are the impurities, these which cause suffering. These are the main root causes for the suffering. And the first and foremost is ignorance of the true self, avidya. So this is basically what's causing us. That ignorance is what's preventing us from reaching self-realization. So when you think of self-realization, it means enlightenment, it means knowledge, it implies knowledge. And so ignorance is the exact opposite. And it's a very specific knowledge. Ignorance, of course, is ignorance of the highest self, which is the greatest impurity. And from all these, the other kleshas stem from that. And so what takes us, removes this avidya, this ignorance of the self, is discernment and meditation. And through the practice as well, we gain the knowledge that we need in order to come closer and closer to our true nature, which is infinite, which is boundless, which is essentially love. Our true nature is love. Our true nature is God. So we are all divine. There's God. Dharma likes to say that there is a piece of God that lives in every being. And so what we're trying to do is we're just trying to come back to that source, come back to that truth. And since God resides in all of us, then it implies that God, once we're self-realized, we see God everywhere. We see everything as the same. Dharma has been saying a lot lately, fix your mind on me alone, rest your mind in me alone. And when you live in me alone, that is when will be peace. And it's said also that when you're someone who is self-realized, a sign of that is one who has boundless compassion towards all, because we realize we see God in all beings. So that's what we're trying to get. That's the mindset we're trying to get to closer and closer through our practice. And from that stems the next one, which is egoism, identification with the ego. And so when we attach too much to the body and mind, which are not the real selves, which is just the physical, it's just all from the physical world, that prevents us from that casts an illusion over us, that prevents us from seeing what our true self is. And everybody starts off that way. Everybody identifies, everybody only knows a body and a mind because they're concrete, they're tangible. We can see them, we can feel them, we have the senses. But these are not the real self, because all these are subject to disease, all of them are subject to time, and all of it dies eventually. So what we're trying to do is just try to not identify ourselves. And the highest form, when the identification to the body and the mind manifests in the most extreme form, that leads to arrogance, that leads to separation, that leads to discrimination, that leads to the idea that we're all different, we're not the same. And this is where it comes, we come to all these problems that we're seeing today with people who don't identify with one another, who don't see each other as the same, and who think people are lower or other beings are lower than us or higher, whatever the case. But that's how this manifests. So that is a direct cause of identification with the body and the mind. And the mind is tricky. So we're just constantly trying to improve our discernment through the practice. And from there comes it's the next one, which is attachment. I think we all know about attachment. When the mind is restless, desires start to come. And when desires come, often that leads to attachments. Attachments leads to suffering, all attachments. And attachments can be of people, can be of experiences, can be of many, many different things, of just thoughts even. We sometimes attach to certain thoughts and we can't get them out of our heads. And so it prevents us from really opening up and seeing, being receptive to other truths that are out there. It distorts our perception. We think only in a certain way, and we can't really get ourselves away from that thought, and that prevents us from learning. And so what we're trying to do is trying to open ourselves as much as possible, learn through all experiences to gain all the knowledge. When we have all the knowledge, we have more tools in order to help us to break the patterns that cause us suffering. So, yes, there's, and again, meditation, discernment, and constant practice and constant effort to just try to shift out of these mindsets all the time is what is going to break us from the attachments. I was listening to the discourse from Sri Dharma Mittra the other day, and he was saying, some people are really stubborn. They hang on to things, they hang on to thoughts, and they just have to keep on repeating that experience until they find themselves out of it. This is where karma comes in, the laws of karma. We have to keep on purifying ourselves. Everything is done. Every action that we do, every thought, every word has a consequence. And as a result, we have to, we learn from these consequences. So if we're stubborn, if you hang on to something, we're just going to keep on repeating that experience until we finally learn. So again, the whole idea of discernment, coming back to the idea of just being receptive. And then from there we have devesha, which is aversion. So as we gain more knowledge, we learn about attachment. We learn that all these material things are going to cause suffering in the end. And so we have an aversion for all these things, and then eventually we come to the place where we think nothing's going to make us happy. We can't ever be happy because we are always, it's always going to end up in suffering. And so that in itself is a bit of an attachment, right? It's a negative attachment, it's a negative thought, and we're just, and that causes suffering in itself too. And then finally there's abhinivesha, which is another form of attachment. It's clinging to life. It's fear of death. And the fear of death comes again from ignorance of the true self. We are not the body. We are not the mind. We're not the emotions. All these are just all the physical, again, the physical being that we're in this temporarily to live out the experiences, draw as much as we can from this life so that anything that we learn from this life can be carried on to the next life. And we keep on purifying this way. And eventually we arrive at a place where we have the knowledge to finally see what the true self is. And then we are able to cope with suffering. We're able to not be affected by the suffering. There's always going to be negativity around because we're all coming in a different space, different time and space, different, everybody comes into existence at different times. And so people who are starting their journey have a little bit of time, right? Like a little bit of a cycle to go through because we all pass through the same thing. But eventually, as we grow, as we evolve, as a global community, we're going to get more, our consciousness grows as well. And eventually, someday, we'll arrive at the point where everybody's coming in, there's going to, the space that people come into exist is going to be a good space. It's going to be a space where people are more conscious and more compassionate. So let's just try to keep on working towards that and keep on growing the knowledge. And I think, what I've been thinking about a lot lately is a lot of things that Dharma's saying. Again, be receptive, think of God all the time and see God in all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. If you see God in everybody, you're going to have no desire to, it's going to be absolutely, it's going to be unthinkable to cause pain to anybody because we see God in everybody and everything. So through the practice of asana, where we're trying to merge with the form, where we're trying to be, we think of those as the teachers because we learn all the divine qualities by imitating them, by copying them. They're our teacher. So we draw from their knowledge and we eventually become comfortable in their form, as comfortable as we are in our own bodies. And eventually this is going to spread and we're going to be comfortable in all beings because we've merged with them. We found their consciousness. And so let's just keep on working this. And I encourage you to just experiment with that, in all the forms. See God in that form and just try to tap into their consciousness, tap into their divine qualities, and just try to be one with them. So let's just do sound breathing now. And this is done in order to increase our aura, which is our protection against negative effects, negativity that is directed towards us, psychic attacks, we sometimes call them. So what we're trying to do is imagine we're surrounded. I like to imagine I'm surrounded by a big sphere of colors. And when you concentrate in certain areas of the body, you focus our attention, there's a sound associated with that, and you bring your attention to that area of the body and that color, and then you allow the sound to be carried by the breath. And through that sound, you also maybe intent, if you want to bring in a healing effect to as well, your attention is like a strong magnet. You pull all your the healing energy, you attract all the energy there with your attention. And so it could be directed towards yourself, it could be directed to someone else who's suffering in that area. So let's give it a try. So we're just going to move up in different areas of the body along the central psychic channel. So sit tall and straight, close the eyes. Bring your attention to the lower 3 energy centers, the lower 3 chakras located at the root, the sacral area, and the navel. Picture the color red. The sound is ah. Inhale. Go up now to the heart. The color is green. And through our attention there, may we bring healing, not only the physical sense, but in the emotional sense as well, to all those who are suffering. The sound is you. Inhale. You. Go up now to the base of the throat. The color is blue. The sound is so. And may all words that come out of the throat be ones always of just loving kindness and compassion. Inhale. So. Bring now your attention to the front of the forehead in the middle between the eyebrows. The sound is E. Picture another shade of blue. And this is close to the area of the pineal pituitary gland. There's these two glands that are located close to one another. And when we stimulate those, they bring health to the whole endocrine system, regularity to the whole system. Inhale, the sound E, another shade of blue. Same area. Between the eyebrows, maybe a little bit further back, just behind where we were. And the sound is sun. Concentrate mostly on the end part of the sound. The vibrations produced will help to dislodge all the impurities from wherever they lie in the body, out into the bloodstream, out of the body. The color is indigo. Inhale. Sun. Go now to the crown. The color is violet. The sound is sum. Concentrate again on the latter part of the sound, the humming, the M vibration. The M sound produces vibrations that help to sharpen the mind and produce mental sharpness and clarity. So think of those who are elderly, those who have lost a little bit of mental capabilities. Inhale. Color is violet. Take a moment to just notice any changes in the mental, physical, or emotional state. Be like the witness watching everything, the observer. So now let's do a little bit of preparatory breathing for alternate nostril breathing. So we're using the left hand in Jnana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected, other fingers extended, resting on the left knee. The right hand in Vishnu Mudra, second, third fingers fold into the palm, turn the palm towards you for the pranayama. And so we use the right thumb for the right side, the right nostril, right ring finger for the left side. So we're just going to breathe in and out through the left side 3 times, breathe in and out through the right side 3 times, then go left to right 3 times, right to left 3 times. Okay, so you can just follow me and then copy me. So sitting up tall and straight, breathe out completely, empty the lungs. Close off the right side, inhale left, exhale left. Inhale left, exhale left. Inhale left, exhale left. Now close the left side, open the right side, inhale right, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale right. Close the right side, inhale left. Close the left side, open right, exhale. Close the right again, inhale left. Close the left side, open right, exhale. Close the right nostril, inhale left. Close left, open right, exhale. Now immediately in through the right. Close the right side, open left, exhale. Close left, open right, exhale, inhale. Close right, open left, exhale. Close left side, inhale, last time right, inhale. Close the right side, exhale left. And bring the hand down. So now we're going to do Nadi Shodana, which is a calming type of breathing. So it's a really nice type of breathing to do if you're just trying to relax, and it just helps to quiet the mind a little bit. So there's no breath retention in this, just a constant inhale, exhale cycle. So before you exhale, make sure you close off the right, the inhale side first before you exhale. So this time we're going inhale left, close the left, open right, exhale, and back up the other side. So inhale right, close the right side, open left. So up, down, up, down. So as you're doing this, as you inhale, we're going to imagine the breath moving down the spine in towards the root of the body. Imagine your lungs are sitting at the bottom, at the root. Exhale, feel the breath rising back up. Watch the breath moving back up. So you're visualizing the breath, the movement of the breath, going down on the inhale, back up on the exhale. If you want to even more increase it, make it even more powerful, you can imagine a coolness going down with the breath, and a coolness rising back up the spine. So just use all these, use your imagination to visualize and sense all these things. All these help the concentration. Concentration is a very, very important skill to have because it leads to meditation. Unbroken, uninterrupted concentration is essentially meditation. So, and the more you improve your imagination, the more you can realize yourself. The more you can realize, the more powerful you become, the more you can give to others. So let's give that a try. Left hand again, Jnana Mudra, sitting up tall, back straight. Bring the right hand up close to the nose to prepare. Exhale completely, empty the lungs to prepare. Then close off the right side, inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Now we have the gist of it, going slower and adding in the visualization. Inhale left, down. Exhale right, back up. Inhale right. Exhale left, back up. Inhale left, down. Exhale right, watch the breath rising back up. Inhale right, back down towards the root of the body. Exhale left, back up. Inhale left, down. Feel the coolness accompanying the breath as it goes down. Exhale right, feel the breath rising up. Feel the coolness coming up the spine. Inhale right, back down. The coolness follows. Exhale left, back up. So does the coolness. Continue on your own now. Keep watching the breath moving up and down. Keep sensing that coolness as well, moving with the breath, same direction. Continue to pretend you're the observer watching it all. Remain undisturbed, unconcerned, non-judging no matter what happens. Just keep trying, keep on going. Next time you breathe out of your left side, conclude. Take your time, finish the cycle, give all the segments of the breath equal attention. Continue to sit tall and supreme. Remain so in all your efforts and your devotion to the practice. For it's the effort that is most important. Constant practice will lead to rapid progress. So now just take a few moments to just watch the activity of the mind. Be completely unconcerned, unfazed as to whatever is passing through the mind. Make no attempt to analyze what's going on or to stop any of the thoughts. Just continue to be the witness. And whatever you observe, observe everything with complete, unconditional love and non-attachment and non-judgment. Sometimes through the practice, sometimes it's natural to see ourselves with more criticality. So we tend to beat ourselves up. Just keep trying. Just try to keep on merging with the higher consciousness. Just ask for help from the great teachers. They'll help to show us the way. Just keep exercising compassion towards all beings for what they're passing through. Chances are we've either passed through before, so we could feel what they're feeling, or we haven't made pass through it, so just always be aware that we're all a product of our past impressions and experiences. Be loving and understanding and kind to all. So now let's exercise that in a physical form through the asana practice. Let's merge with all forms, merge with God who resides in all forms. Think of God solely through the practice. So let's come to standing. Let's begin. We're going to start off with spiritual breathing to set it right off. Establish a deep connection with the divine essence within. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Bring the arms up over the head, palms facing up slightly. From the fingertips, we're going to breathe down into the spiritual heart through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention at the heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out to the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Inhale, feel as though you're pulling in the best of the best universe down into the heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it all in the heart. Direct it all to God who resides there. Exhale, keep it all in, but just breathe out the breath through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, feel as though you're a magnet attracting all the good down into the heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it all in the heart. Hold the breath. 4, 5, 6. Exhale again. Whatever you pulled in stays in. Just the breath leaves out through the arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now bring the arms down. And let's continue some exercise to prepare the body for the practice. From here on in, imagine again that you're the witness watching the body moving by itself. So roll the head in circles. Try to get the ears to touch the shoulders, the chin to come right on the chest, the back of the head to touch the top of the back. And then switch the direction of rotation. Good. And now right arm swings forward 4 times and reverse after 4. Go forward again and back. Feel like you're winding yourself up like a machine. Forward and back. Left arm forward and back. And then forward again, and go back. And forward, and roll back. And release. So from here, take the arms over the head, take hold the opposite elbow, squeeze the ears with the arms, and then go to the left. Pulse on the exhales, just try to go a little bit deeper into the bend. And coming back up, go to the right. Coming back up, go to the left again. Push the hips and the ribs out towards the right. Feel a nice stretch to the right side of the body. And do the same on the other side. Hollow out the right side of the body. Take out all the folds in the waist. And then coming back up. Release the arms. So next one is called lion's breath. Pretty much all of you know this, I think. So you just imagine you're pouncing like a lion. So your tongue hangs out, your eyes go wide, and as you squat, let's go. And back up. Good. Now from here, shake up the wrists as fast as you can. Make like you're trying to dry your hands. And then up and down. And then allow the arms to just drop down. And then from here, just start to move your shoulders, to move the body. And then move a little bit faster. Allow the body to just arms slap against the body. And soon heads fly in all directions. Body's moving very fast. And then start to slow it down. And then coming back to stillness. Now take the arms out to the side if you want. You can hold on to a wall, or I happen to have a bike here. Very convenient. And then just swing the right leg back and forth. Lean forward so the knee can come right to the shoulder. When the leg goes back, imagine trying to kick yourself in the head. So arch your back. Move according to your condition. Don't throw your back out. Be mindful. And then try it on the other leg. release. Good. Now, stand in humility pose. The arms by the sides of the body. Bring your chin down. 6 counts to come up. Halfway up, you lift the heels and we turn the palms up. So inhale, 2, 3. Lift the heels with the palms. Bring them up over the head. 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Palms down, heels come down. 2, 3. Inhale, float the arms up. 2, 3. Rise up higher, lift up off your heels. 2, 3. Exhale, down. 2, 3. Press the heels down. Heels and the arms come down. 2. Inhale, 2, 3. Feel graceful and light. Up. 2, 3. Down, exhale, 2, 3. Palms down, heels down. 2, 3. Last time. Inhale, 2, 3. Lift up. 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Heels down, palms down. 2, 3. Again, chin down. Back in humility pose. And remain humble. For when you expect nothing, you receive it all. Let go of all attachments to results. Let go of all expectations. Do the practice as though it were your divine duty to all beings everywhere. Now, let's continue with Surya Namaskara. Come to the front of the mat. Bring the hands to the heart. So let's move together like a school of fish to stay in the collective consciousness, the collective mind. Raise your arms up over the head. Press the hips forward, reach back. Come forward and down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Right foot back into lunge, sink down to the seat. Come into high plank, lower down knees, chest, forehead to the ground. Glide forward into the Cobra. Take the seat all the way back into behind your heels. Come again, twice more. Brush your nose grins, come forward into your Cobra. Pull the seat all the way back behind the heels. One last time, pull with your arms, propel yourself forward with more power and ease. Adho Mukha Savasana, lift the seat up and back, head down. Right foot steps forward to the hands, sink down to the seat. Feet come together, Uttanasana, bow to the legs. Come all the way up to standing, arms over the head, hands back to the heart, pranayama. Raise your arms over the head again, stretch the whole front of the body. Come forward and down. Keep watching the body moving gracefully and fluidly. Left foot back into a lunge. Come into high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar. Knees, chest, forehead down. Glide forward into the Cobra. Shoulders back, head back. Then the seat comes all the way behind the heels. Come again forward. Pull the arms. Drag your body through and up. And come all the way back. Feel like you're doing a dance. Link all the moves together. Seamlessly. Back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. Sink the heart. Left foot steps forward to the hands. Feet come together. A gesture of humbleness. Bowing down. Come all the way up. Standing salute. Hands back to the heart. Most important, reflect surrender, devotion in all your movements. Come forward and down, Uttanasana. Right foot back into a lunge. Good. Back into high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, forehead. Come forward into your Cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana. Right foot forward. Feet together. Bow to the legs again. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Return home. Hands to the heart. Always coming back to heart, the place of love. Reach up and back. Come forward and down. Left foot back into the plank. Imagine you're a shapeshifter moving through the forms effortlessly. And try to keep the mindset even and steady all throughout, unchanging, undisturbed, unjudging. Adho Mukha Savasana. Left foot steps forward to the hands. Good. And then feet together, head down, belly against the thighs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. And Another variation. Reach the arms up over the head. Come down. Uttanasana. Bend the knees, chest on the thighs. Join the hands behind the back. Extend the chest forward and then push the body into your legs. Dive the head down. Uttanasana. Pull your arms over your head. Then release the hands. Right foot back. Lower the knee down. Sink down to the seat. Raise your arms over the head. Kapiyasana. Crescent moon shape with the body. And then bring the hands back down. Plant the hands. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. Swing the left leg all the way up and back. Beautiful. Come forward. Shoulders over the fingertips. Bend the elbows. Try to get your chest down first. If you need to, lower your knee down too as the chest comes down. And then the left toes come down alongst the others. Come into Cobra. Back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. Right leg comes up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. And softly place a foot between your hands. Lower the knee down, sink to the seat. Kapiyasana. Reach the arms over the head. Bring the hands back down. Step the feet back together. Chest on the thighs, hands behind the back. Extend through the heart and then pull down. Uttanasana. Bring your arms back over the head. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. And again, lift up. Go down. Again, bury your belly onto your, bring your belly onto your thighs. Join the hands, extend through the heart, and pull the head right down. Face to the shins, arms over the head. Release the hands to the ground. Left foot back. Lower the knee. Kapiyasana. Pull the body up out of the hips. Reach up and back. And then bring the hands down. Plant down to the hands. Swing the right leg right up and back. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. That's it. Come forward into your plank. Lower down. If you need to, lower your knee down first and your chest. Or just bring your chest down first and then follow through. Come right through into Cobra. Back into downward facing dog. Left foot comes up and back. And step it between your hands. Back knee down. Reach the arms over the head. And then bring the hands down. Step the back foot in to meet the front foot. Chest on the thighs. Join the hands. Extend through the heart. Uttanasana. Take a dive down with your head. Release the arms. Come all the way up to standing. Return home. Pranayama. One more variation. Playing a little bit different variations in this one. Come down into Uttanasana. Now bring your hands a little bit forward. Come onto your fingertips. Raise a right leg up. Lift the head and chest a little bit. Extended standing split. And then see if you can pull your body right against the leg. Bring the right leg up higher. So try to get your foot and your feet in one line. From one right foot right down to the left foot. Bring your nose towards the shin. Now you can stay here. Place your heels and palms down and see if you can lift your left heel up. So do this about 3 times. Push into your hands and lift your heel up. If you want, you can see if you can float your left foot up as well. So push into your hands and see if you can lift your left foot up off the ground. Perhaps you can bring your left foot up to join the other one and back into chaturanga, or come back into chaturanga, everybody, at this point. Good. Through into upward facing dog. Move according to your condition. Lift your hips and knees away from the ground. Push your chest forward, head back. Imagine your dog howling at the moon. Pulse a little bit. Try to get your chest further up and forward. Roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. So here, just bounce the chest a little bit. Try to get your chest closer to the ground. The top of the head maybe comes down as well. Good. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. Lower the knee down. Raise your arms over the head. Kapiyasana. Circle the arms down. Then plant the hands down. Press into your hands. Lift the left leg up. Extended standing split. Again, extend the head forward. Left toes come up. And now fold the body right against the leg if you can. Standing split. Bring the left foot up as high as you can. Right over the right foot. Keep your right hip lifted.
And then press down at your hands, the wrists about the same line as the toes, a little bit in front. And again, here, see if you can lift your right heel up off the ground. If it's too much, you can just stay with your foot flat on the ground. Just work your standing split, your stretch. You can lift your heel a few times, or maybe you can float your foot up. So hover up off the ground 3 times, press up, push into your hands, gaze right into the core of the earth. And if you like, bring the right foot up to meet the other one, and bring both feet down to the ground. Uttanasana. Good. Pull the body down onto your legs, face towards the shins. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. Bring the hands back to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. Inhale from the heart up to the brow center. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love for all. Release. Let's try a few balance poses. So we're going to try, first start off with tree. Standing on your left foot, bring the right knee up. You can do your normal tree with your foot against the inseam. If you have a lotus, you can go ahead and do your lotus. If you're having trouble bouncing, just keep your toes on the ground. Turn the right knee out to the side. Bring your hands to the heart, and then grow tall like a tree. Reach up high. Good. Be steady and abundant in all your offerings as a tree. Now from here, keep your left hand up, bring the right hand down, take hold of the foot, hold it from the inside, the heel, the thumb behind the heel. And if you can, pull the foot up, ballet pose. Lean a little bit to the left. If you're more flexible, try to get your leg right close to the shoulder. If you're having trouble straightening the leg, you can hold a little bit lower, maybe on the back of the leg, the lower leg. Okay, so again, move according to your abilities. If you're very flexible, you can try to take your left foot, your right hand to your left hand to the right foot, and pull the foot right up over your head. Beautiful, everybody. Release. Come back down. Try it on the other side now. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch the body move by itself with more steadiness and ease. Bring the left foot into position, your regular tree or your lotus, whatever you like to do. Bring your hands to the heart, and then when you're ready, grow your branches up towards the sun. Imagine you're soaking up the light and the warmth of the sun. You can look up if you like. Every pose, think, this is for you, God. This is divine offering for you, and therefore all the benefits go out to all beings. Lift up a little bit higher, and then keep the right arm up. Take your left hand down to the heel. Hold from the inside again, or again, make your adjustments as you need to. Try to have your fingers and your toes at the same height. So if your leg doesn't go up that high, you can bring your arm down a little bit. More flexible, lean to the left. Try to get your left leg up higher. Or of course, you can take your foot in your right hand and then see if you can pull it up. Use this left shoulder to push into the inside of the knee to try to get your leg up higher. So it's another variation. Beautiful. Nice. Get ready to break the pose. Coming back down. So we're going to come into another pose. Starting with the hummingbird, moving towards toppling tree, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Bend your knees. Bring your belly onto your thighs, arms flying behind your back. Slide your right foot back. Bring your belly to rest on your left thigh and bring the right foot up. Close to the seat, point the toes. Make yourself very small and compact like a hummingbird. Now if this is already at your edge, you can stay there, otherwise you can join your hands together, open up the palms, and then toppling tree. Bring your chest further forward, curve the body, bring the right foot up higher. Stretch out your lines, pull the hands further forward over your shoulders. Now from here, drop your left hand down onto the ground, turn to the right, Ardha Chandrasana. Now if you can, bend the knee, take hold of the foot, press the foot into your hand away from your seat. Open up a little bit more. You can do this if you were doing for a hummingbird as well. You could keep your foot closer to the seat if you need to. Just work according to your hamstrings. Now from here, coming into dancer. Roll the right hip down, look forward, press into your left foot. Take a half breath in and come up into dancer. So other expressions, modifications, keep your foot close to your seat, stay more upright, or come a little bit lower. Hold closer to the knee if you like, and see if you can straighten your leg. Oops. So hold closer to the knee and see if you can bring your leg up straight like a split. That's it. Nice. Beautiful, Miro. Everybody looks wonderful. Beautiful, Violetta. All right, break the pose, come back. Try it on the other side. Just remember, just become one with the form. Bend down, rest your belly on your thighs, more on the right foot this time. Slide your left foot back. Keep your head about the height of the knee and bring the left knee up as high as you can. Keep the foot close to the seat, point the toes. Think of a hummingbird just kissing the dew off a flower. And then from here, toppling tree, interlace your fingers, straighten out the left leg, bring it up higher, and then just stretch the front of the body, push the chest forward, bring the head up a little bit. Feel as though you're falling towards the toes. Then release the hands, bring the right hand forward, about a foot in front of the right foot, come onto your fingertips, open up to the left, Ardha Chandrasana. If you want, however, you can stay with your knee bent, because in a moment we're going to take the bind anyways. So if you have Ardha Chandrasana, you can eventually bend your knee, take hold of the foot, and push the foot away from your seat. Make like you're doing, it should feel sort of like a Dhanurasana stretch. And then from here, we're going to roll the left hip down so you can look forward, and then bend the standing knee a little bit, press into the right foot, half breath in, float up gracefully into dancer. And then just use your creativity to find different forms. Keep cultivating your imagination. Keep imagining yourself in a practice that you maybe not even be able to attain right now. But keep trying. Perhaps one day the body will obey. Everything happens in a perfect time, in a perfect way to promote spiritual growth. Beautiful. And break the pose, come back down. Okay, so now come to the back end of the mat. Step the left foot forward, big step. Lower the knee down. Sink down to the seat. I'm going to do it this way so we can see better. Okay, so we're going to start off with your left hand on your left knee. Slide your right hand towards the back foot. So it's a preparation for Kapiyasana. Just pull your body by the hips, curve the side body. Take all the folds out of the waist. Bring your head back. Really sink your seat down so you can keep your balance. Now if you can, take the right foot up. Hold it close to the hip and then reach across. See if you can take hold of the foot with your left hand and your right hand extends out. Kuntasana, spear pose. Some of you are very flexible. You might be able to come up a little bit more upright. Make sure you have no issues with your knees. Lift up a little bit, straighten out, and just see if you can tuck your foot underneath the rib basket and hold it in place there, and then you can allow both arms to go free. Okay, so you have to sink your hip and just make sure you have, again, flexible knees. Okay, if it's not quite there yet, you can just hold the foot like this. Next progression, maybe come into swan. So now just allow the foot to come into the crook of the right arm. Keep the foot close to the shoulder, the fingers close to the ear, so that when your left hand comes around and bends down, they find the fingers easily or more easily. And then push the foot away from the shoulder, push it into the wrist so that you can get a smoother line through the joint, the elbow joint. Again, if you can't take the bind, don't worry about it. Keep your arm upright. Just picture yourself, imagine yourself in a beautiful form, and just try to bring your body there. And now from here, Kapiyasana, you can either put the foot down and come into your Kapiyasana, or slip your left arm in front of your face, take your toes out from above, and then just pull your foot to the left onto the head. Another way to get into chain pose, and then you bring your arms up. If that's too much, just keep your leg down, go into your Kapiyasana, both arms over the head. So practice. You find different tricks to get into your poses more efficiently so you can stay longer in the poses. Beautiful, Miro. That's beautiful, Laura. Good. All right, break the pose. Change sides. Just switch your legs around. Right leg in front. Again, start off with your right hand on the right knee, left hand sliding towards the back foot. Curve the body. So we all start the same to establish a collective consciousness. And we inspire one another. For those who want to go deeper, you can go ahead. And then just send your energy to those who are a little bit not as seasoned practitioners. It's okay. You'll get there. It's all part of the journey. Maybe take your left foot up at some point. Reach across. If you bring your foot close to your ribs, you'll be able to reach across with your right arm and maybe find the foot. And then extend the left arm up. Spear pose. Or lift your body up a little bit higher. Again, bring your hip over your knee so you can get your knee a little bit, your foot underneath your rib basket more easily. And then extend the legs, arms. So know your abilities, practice in a mindful way. Nice. Okay, from here, Swan Pose. So pull the foot close to the shoulder, and then just allow the foot to slip in the crook of the arm, or take the foot in your hand, like whatever's attainable. If you bring your ears close to your fingers close to the ears, right arm might be able to come around and find the fingers more easily. Push the foot into your hand, into your inner wrist, away from the shoulder. Try not to hunch your body. Open up your chest, look up. Think of a swan's neck. Graceful curves, no kinks, no sharp edges. Then from here, Kapiyasana. You can either let the left foot down or reach over your head or in front of your head. Bring your right arm in front of the face. Take the toes from above and just move your foot to the right, right onto the head. Left shoulder slips out from underneath. Nice. pose. Switch legs again, left foot in front. Bend the toes under and the back foot so your legs are like a box here. Parivrita Kuntasana. Raise the right arm up. Take the elbow right down to the outside of the thigh. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Push into your hands, left hand into right, and try to raise the body up so the center chest comes to your thumbs, your belly's higher than the thigh. And then roll the left shoulder all the way back. Turn your chest and face up. Or take a bind. Use the left hand to push into the elbow to encourage the left hand to find its way underneath the left leg, and then left arm goes over the back, hold it from underneath. Lift the right knee up off the ground if and when you can. Continue to extend. Left hip back, head forward, roll the left shoulder all the way back. You can either stay there, maybe you can go into the bound triangle, or into bound to Ardha Chandrasana. You bring the right foot in a little bit and you try to lift the right leg up. You can even release the bind if you need to. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up. Or you take your bound triangle, lift the back knee up the ground, feet parallel, and then just bring your head down, your seat comes up. Try to straighten your legs. Lots of different options. Good. Nice. Break the pose. And then switch sides. Right foot forward, start again. Left arm up, go to the outside of the thigh. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Bring the center of the chest towards the thumbs, roll the right shoulder back. Establish a firm foundation here. The most important foundation are the yamas and niyamas. Exercising compassion. Put yourself in the other's shoes. Exercise in the way is mindful. And then go into your deeper variations as you know them. So remember that what you're feeling in your body, you're transmitting to all beings. So if you put yourself in a place of pain and anxiety, this is what you're sending out as well. This is not what you want to send out. Don't go to that place where you're in pain. Beautiful. If you want to try your balance pose, your Ardha Chandrasana, you can. Or just spin on your feet, pull the left foot in a little bit if you need to come into your bound triangle. I should do it further back. That's it. Take a half breath in as you're trying to lift your foot. Try to have your hip right over the heel. Same line. That's it, Kyung. Nice. And break the pose. Beautiful. All right. Left foot in front. Slide your right foot all the way back. Lizard. Scooch the left foot out further to the edge of the mat and just rock back and forth, trying to get your hips to sink. Imagine you had weights in your hip pockets dragging you down. And then bring the knee down to the ground, flatten out the toes. Try to anchor down to the hips like you're doing a cobra. Your left shoulder's against the left knee. Make sure it doesn't fall out to the side. Move the foot out if the knee is falling away from the shoulder. And then from here, roll to the right. See if the right forearm can come down. Roll to the left. See if the left forearm comes down. Keep telescoping the chest forward, further and further, so the body comes lower and lower. As it stretches out, maybe it comes right down onto the ground. The chest. Be like a lizard. Fix your gaze on a point. Imagine you're sunning yourself on earth, on the warm earth. Just try to imagine yourself as the lizard. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful, Sanya. So nice. So beautiful. from here. If you're on the forms, come back on your hands. This is optional. Bend the toes under, lift the back knee and flatten out the back foot. Take your left shoulder in behind the knee. Okay, so from here you can just stay here, just keep pushing the shoulder against the knee. If you want, you can release the right arm out, maybe the left arm. So this is one version, one variation you can do. Or you can do Viswamitrasana. You have to lean more towards your left hand, more weight on the left hand, so you can pick up your left foot, your left leg sitting on the arm. And then you can see if you can extend the leg over your arm, straighten the leg. You can take hold of the foot, or just allow the right arm to come up. So if you know that Viswamitrasana, that's another thing you can do. Oh yeah. Everybody's doing something, as Dharma says. It's all awesome. Good, Brian. All right. Nice, Violetta. All right, return. So to return, if you're in Viswamitrasana, you can just swing your leg all the way back into plank. Otherwise, get back into plank however way is appropriate, and then the right foot forward. Lizard. Rock back and forth, finding a way down with your hips. And press through the back heel, lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. Make your way sort of into that Cobra to ground the hips. And if your shoulder's about the height of the knee, you can roll to the left, left forearm down, roll to the right, right forearm down. If you're close to the ground with your chest already, take your right arm to the outside and lie on your chest flat. Think of where the lizard finds itself at ease. Put yourself in that place, and perhaps you will find the ease too. That's it, Laura. Sink your hips down a little bit more. That's it. When your hips are down, your chest is down, then you'll be able to take the bind. Good. And then make way to come back onto your hands. Lift the back knee up off the ground, flatten the back foot, so you're coming to a very low lunge. And then for some of you, you can just take your right shoulder in behind the knee, push the back of the knee into the back of the shoulder. You can maybe release the left arm out to the side, maybe the right arm as well. Or if you want to try Viswamitrasana, again, you bring more weight on the right hand so you stay strong. So the seat comes back, so your right leg comes up. And then keep pushing into the back of the leg with the back of the shoulders so you can get your leg out. If you want to take the bind, take the foot before you extend the leg out. It's a little bit easier. Pull the chest up, lengthen. Create space. Imagine infinite space, approaching your true nature, which is formless, which is infinite. That's it. Nice, Nicola. Good. That's it. Lower your seat a little bit. Try to get your body a little bit flatter. Yeah. That's it, Sanya. Nice, Laura. Beautiful, Miro. Okay, now return, bring the hand back down and swing your leg back into chaturanga, or plank pose, actually. From here, Vasisthasana. Once you're in plank, move your left hand towards the right, pull the hips back like you're doing downward facing dog, and spin towards the right. Turn towards the right, bring the right arm up, and if you know other variations, go ahead. You can make sure if you're taking your foot, your leg up, your left foot is flat on the ground, the base of the big toe grounded. Turn the foot at 45 degrees, keep your hips high, and make sure you keep your arm extended, don't fall into your shoulder. Then you can take the right knee or the right foot up. That's it, Laura. Press your hips up. It should feel like a Urva Dhanurasana. Beautiful, Brian. That's really nice. All right, try it on the other side. Come out gracefully. Keep watching the body. Moving. Bury your mind deep in heart. The body moves with more steadiness and ease. Good. Your right hand is a little bit in front of the shoulder so you have more power. That's it, Laura. Really press, make sure the base of the big toe is down. Oh, awesome. Everyone looks amazing. That's it. That's it. Now try to straighten out their knee a little bit, Nicola. Try to lift your hips. That's it. It's coming. Good. And then return, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. So now we're going to walk the left foot forward, come into Virabhadrasana 1. Exude power, confidence, determination. Strong, strong, devoted always. Now push into the front foot to straighten it, turn to long side of the mat. So if you can't see, just take a 180-degree spin, press into your feet and jump so you can see. Okay, so from here, ease, hands to the heart first, hero sequence. Breathe from the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Keep seeing God in everything you do. In all the poses. Easy Chakrasana. Bring your hands to the seat. Pull your heels in a little bit. Bend your knees a little bit so that they come over your toes and push into your seat. Pull down at the same time. Allow the head to go back. If you feel comfortable, slide the right hand down just below the knee and then the left hand down, same way. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards, and then press your hips forward and up to straighten your legs. Now if your head is close, you can either walk your hands down the backs of the legs towards the feet, more flexible, and your head, your floor is in view. You can reach with the right hand, bring the fingertips down to the ground, over your head, and then the other one, Urdhva Dhanurasana. That's it. Nice. Yeah. Now to come back from Urdhva Dhanurasana, same way. Come onto your fingertips. Place the right hand onto the leg, just against the knee, like lower, just a little lower than the knee. Push your leg forward, your hips forward, and then your other hand comes onto the other leg. Walk your way back up. Arms out to the side. That's it. Awesome. And then come forward. Prasarita Parattanasana. You can take hold of, step on your fingers with the edges of your feet or hold your ankles if that's not quite accessible. And see if you can pull your head right between your feet. Straight line from the seat down to the head. Good. Imagine you're trying to get your chest behind your legs. Straight back. Everybody looks beautiful. Walk your hands even further back. You can, if you're doing a tripod, with your hands, bring them all the way as far back. Try to get your head maybe in line with your heels. Keep going further as you see fit, of course. Start to make your way back. Slowly. Take your arms out to the side. Engage your legs, engage your core, come up smoothly. Again, easy Chakrasana. Turn your heels in and move into the pose. Repetition is the key. Constant practice is the key to finding the ease. And go to what is suitable for you. Your Urdhva Dhanurasana if you want, you can try again. Nice. There you go. And then make your way back carefully. One hand to the leg, just below knee, push your leg and your hips forward, the other hand, come back up. One more time, arms out to the side. This time join your hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, or you can just press your knuckles together behind your back. Okay, so if you have shoulder mobility issues, it's an option. Lift through the chest, bring head back, and come forward and down. And then see if you can bring your hands towards, or maybe even on the ground behind your head. Try to get your head in line with your middle of your feet again. Legs straight, roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. That's it, Brian. Beautiful, Miro. You're coming pretty close, really close. Keep just moving your arms a little bit. Same way as Dharma does in your Kapiyasana. You're just touching close, close, close. Beautiful. Yeah. All right. And come all the way back up again, softly, with control. And to finish it off, one last time. Another variation, if you like, you can close your feet right in towards another. And then try it. So press your hips forward. And then just go slow. Make sure you don't go too fast. Especially if you have low blood pressure, be mindful. And then here, you can see if you can walk your feet. You wouldn't want to do maybe not Urdhva here, but you can try to see if you can walk your hands right down to your heels. Hips forward. Try to get your legs straighter. And then walk your way back up. Bring your hands back to the heart center. From the solar plexus, your source of power, breathe up to the space between the eyebrows. Imagine it being available to all beings everywhere. Exhale back down to the source of power, back to the solar plexus. Remain established in it. Keep on giving from it. And then bring your feet back together. Good. Shavasana, headstand. So now make ready to come down. If you need a wall, if you're near a wall, you can, of course, use a wall. If you know how to get into headstand already, go ahead. Try different variations as if you like. Niralambasana, perhaps, with your arms out in front, like starting in downward facing dog. Or your forearms, once you're up, you can come into lotus, so you know what to do. The king of the posture, so make it a royal offering. Just give it your best effort. If you're not quite as comfortable, you can do it on a wall, or just do either teddy bear or stay in hair pose with your head on the ground. Just lift your seat. Good. So Laura, bring your hands wide. Sometimes it helps to come on your fingertips. And just, you start more on the forehead. Okay, so then more on the hairline. And just find the balance, just as you were doing. Okay, so really press into your fingertips, push the shoulders back, keep your upper arms strong. And once you find the pose, once you're comfortable in the pose, close the eyes. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows, the seat of divine perception. That's it. Beautiful, Brian. Nice. Good, Violetta, really good. Nice. All right. 30 more seconds. Try to keep that Soham consciousness, I am you, you are me. Merge with the form, merge with all beings. And we're going to make our way down. Nice, Laura. Try to lift your head now. Yeah. Okay, rested child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out, soften. Queen of the postures now, Shavasana. Now, if you want to roll into it from downward facing dog, you can do it that way, if you know that one, or you can do the side entry like that Dharma teaches from camel, coming to the side and going into it, or you can just come onto your back and come up the regular way. So, for those of you who are not familiar with anything I said, so you can do your downward facing dogs. If you know your shoulder stand, please go ahead into it. If you want, curious about the other versions, you start downward facing dog. You bring your forearms down, the head down. You keep strong in your forearms. Bring your elbows out to the side a little bit. Walk your feet towards you, and then just soften your neck. And then bring your shoulders down. Top shoulders down, and then your hands come to the back, and then your legs come up. Okay, so it might take a couple times to get it smooth, or so you don't fall out of it, but just make sure you don't have any shoulder issues or neck issues if you're doing that one, okay? Let's get this, soften the shoulders right down. That's it. If you have a lotus, of course, take your lotus. That's the idea, Laura. Good. All right. You can also take your hands to your knees if you're right on top of your shoulders. Try to get your knees higher than the hips. Beautiful, Kyung. Keep pressing your hips forward a little bit so that your knees come up a little bit higher still. You're almost in a straight line. That's it. That's awesome, neuro. Really nice, Sanya and Brian. Keep your lotus. If you have it, go into Pindasana. Otherwise, plow pose. And if you like, you can bring your thighs against your belly and your knees on either side of the head. Karna Pidasana. That's the idea. Good, Nicola. There you go. You can rest your arms on the backs of the knees if you like too, if you're in Karna Pidasana. Good, Violetta. Nothing to do, nowhere to go but deeper within. Now slowly we're going to roll our way out. If you know the lotus fish, of course you can do that one, otherwise a regular fish. Once your legs are down, slip your hands underneath your seat. Palms down, press into your forearms and lift your chest up away from the ground. Come on to the top of the head. If you want to, lift your legs up 12 inches off the mat as well. If you have a lotus, you know what to do. Push your chest up, top of the head down. Pull on your toes, try to get your elbows and your knees to come down. Head comes closer to the seat. And Vastrika breath. Breathe very fast in nose like a sleeping dog. Resume normal breathing. Okay, lots of options here as well. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Or half Urdhva Dandasana. If you have your legs extended, bring them in, bring your hands beside your head, and then lift up on your top of the head and come up. If you're in lotus, you can even try it from lotus. So you bring your hands beside your head, slide your head in. You can even take the edges of your mat, sometimes it's easier, and see if you can pull your head up off the ground. If this is too much, you do normal Urdhva Dandasana. Release your lotus and come up. So, give that a try. That's it, Kyung. Try to move your head in as close as you can to your seat. And yeah, grip the edges of the mat. Walk your hands in closer to your, that's it. And then you'll get a little bit more height. Okay, good. That's it, Miro. You have to kind of, actually, yeah, you have to play with the position of your hands. Like sometimes it's easier to have them a little bit further out. That's it, good. And release, come back down. Breathe in, breathe out. Imagine you're fainting again. Inhale. Exhale, let go of all fatigue, all struggles. Just let go of all of it. Now taking the right leg up, raise your right leg. Take hold of the ankle and bring a knee onto the shoulder. If you need to, slide your left foot in a little bit. And then see if you can tug on your ankle, try to get your foot closer to the head, straighten out the leg. If you're very flexible, you can try to bring your foot, you'll slip your leg just past your shoulder and try to get your foot to the ground beside and behind your head. It's not leg behind the head, it's just kind of beside your head. And then move into half happy baby pose. Bend the knee again so the heel is over the back of the knee, and just allow the knee to slip down beside your, just underneath your arm, just beside your body. And those who have the flexibility, move your right shoulder in front of the knee. Push the knee up as high as you can. The knee comes close to the right ear. Slide your left foot in if you need to, or even pick it up completely from the ground. Lift your shoulders up off the mat. Pull your foot behind your head as far back as it can and to the left, and then you might be able to get your foot behind your head. If you want, you can take both feet behind your head. That's it. Keep pushing the knee back, Nicola, like just try to push into the back knee till the knee comes up higher than the shoulder. That's it, Violetta. And you can just try to bring your left, your right arm in front of your knee if you want, okay? It's an option. That's it. Good. That's it, Laura. Pull the foot behind, like back, a little bit further back behind the shoulder, and then to the left. Tuck your chin in. Bring your other foot in a little bit as well. Okay, this will help you get a little bit more maneuverability. Good. Now, if you're in full yoga, sleeping yogi, you can stay there, or you can switch sides. It's up to you. So, otherwise, just bring your right leg down and bring your left leg up. Start again. Take your left knee to your shoulder, hold on to the ankle, and pull on the foot. That's it. Try to keep the foot over the knee, Violetta. That's it. And then you can see if you can work on trying to get your arm to the inside of the leg and just pushing with the back of the, yeah, that's it, okay? And this is sort of approaching, trying to get the flexibility here in your hamstring to be able to take your leg further. Awesome, okay? And then happy baby pose. And then if you're ready, take your foot behind your head. Take both feet behind your head. You lie on your back, Nicola. And then just try to, press into the back of the knee with your shoulder and try to push your knee up as high as you can. Like pull the knee up so that the knee comes close to the ear. And then when you lift your shoulders up, you take the head further back and then you try to slip your head in front of the foot. That's it, Sanya. Nice. Let's work progressively, no forcing, don't go to a place of pain. Miro, try to press your feet into the ground behind, so lift your seat a little bit so you can get your feet down to the ground. That's it. Yeah, okay, good. And just keep the breathing from the heart to the third eye and back. Break the pose. And then from here, just lie on your back for a moment, breathe in, breathe out, soften everything. And then come up to seated position. Working on let's work on Cobra first. Okay, so come onto your belly. Legs together. Roll the shoulders back. And make your way up. You can start conservatively, maybe in Sphinx pose. Hold the front edge of the mat. Tug the mat as though you're trying to pull the mat, stretch the mat. And then lift the chest and head. Let you straighten out your arms, lift the elbows up off the mat. And then let go of the mat. And walk them closer to the body and come up higher. Those of you who want to try King Cobra, bring your fingertips right close to the hips. Come onto your fingertips. Good. Think about length. Try to get as much height as you can, so when you bring your feet up, they're coming closer to the head. That's push the shoulders back, Laura. That's it. Okay, so just feel as though you're trying to fold the back in half at the spine. That's it, Miro. Make like you're holding socks behind your knees. That's it. Come onto your fingertips. Lift your palms. Yeah, you just gained a whole bunch of inches there. Beautiful. You're quite close. You're very close. Pull your knees, your toes towards your head. You're almost there. Almost there. Good. Relax. Come down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften. Okay, last back bend. Shavasana. If you know the full pose, you can. Otherwise, you just raise your legs up, join your hands behind your back, lift your chest, engage your buttocks, squeeze your shoulder blades together and just lift your legs. So this is one version. If you want to try the full version, tuck your shoulders underneath, bring your hands underneath your thighs, bend the toes under, and scoot your knees in. Okay, close as possible. And then lift one leg up, lift one knee up, press off the roots of your toes, push into your hands, and see if you can swing up. I find that's the easiest way to get into it. Okay, that's if you're seasoned practitioners who are pretty strong and who are strong through the shoulders and don't have any shoulder issues. That's the idea. Good, Kyung. It might be easier with your palms down, Kyung. I'm not sure if your palms are up, but For the next time you do it with your palms down, and it might be a little bit easier, okay? That's it. And bring your hands a little bit closer together. All right. That's it, Sanya. Push into your shoulders. Good. And if you're tired already, you've been holding this for a long time, you can come out of it. Relax. There you go. That's it, Kyung. Keep gripping with your hands. And beautiful. Relax. That's it, Sanya. Nice. It's a nice start. Okay. And then breathe in. Breathe out. Make your way back to seated position. Twist. Untitled. So you can keep your left leg extended if you like. If you like this version, it's a really nice one actually. The right foot comes the outside between the knee and the ankle, or if you want to fold the left leg in, you can do that version too. So it's a full Adamatyandra. This is Adamatyandra. Okay, so if you're doing the full one, make sure you're not sitting on your heel. The heel's on the outside of the right hip. Left arm behind the back, hand right against the back, center the back, left arm up. And bring the forearm to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, push the lower back in. Exhale, turn to the right. Just try to imagine a spiraling action going up the spine, from the base of the spine right up to the base of the brain. Keep your chest open. Good. Think of wringing out your organs just the way you wring out the water out of a cloth. Detoxify your organs. Change sides. So switch your legs around, go to the other side. If you know binds, you can go ahead and do binds if you like. Good. Try to push the knee further past the edge of your body. Free your abdomen. So as your legs are moving to the right, just pull your body and your shoulders to the left, your belly. Break the pose. So just come to seated pose for a moment and just sit quietly. Just sit tall and supreme in the Sukhasana or Padmasana, whatever you like, before we go down for Shavasana. So before we go down, we'll do 3 rounds of spiritual breathing. Again, coming back to the idea of reconnecting with God, who lives in the spiritual heart, which is located in the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. Raise the arms up again, palms facing up, close the eyes. From the fingertips, inhale down through the arms and into the spiritual heart. Pull in the best of the best universe. Now hold it in the heart, hold it there for God, for all beings as a result. Exhale out through the arms again, just the breath. Keep everything that you pulled in inside. Again, inhale from the fingertips down into the heart. Pull it in like you're a magnet, attracting it. All the goodness, the love, everything that you need. Hold it in the heart now. Hold the breath. Exhale again, just a breath out through the arms. Last time, from the fingertips, inhale down through the arms and into the heart. Holding it all in the heart. Hold the breath. Exhale out through the arms slowly. Keep everything that you pulled in the heart. And then lie down on your back. Make your way there softly, gently. Take whatever you need, blankets or whatever you need to ensure your comfort. So do a little bit of yoga nidra now. A very profoundly healing practice. Just making yourself completely receptive by surrendering completely to relaxation, so you become more like a vessel to receive all the benefits of the practice. So relax completely, try to remain completely still. Now prepare mentally first by repeating to yourself the following sentence 3 times. I will remain awake and alert during the instructions. Let's begin now. On the right side, with the right hand, just bring your attention to the fingers and just relax all the fingers one by one. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and the baby finger. Just allow them to become limp. The back of the hand, heavy, like a stone. The palm of the hand, soft, no tension. And then just loosen up the wrist, allow it to go lax. And then start to bring your attention to the left arm, and just allow all the muscles to relax in that left arm. Feel them dissolve into soft tissue. And it becomes weak, and as a result, any weight at all feels heavy. So just all throughout the left arm, right up to the shoulder. Feel the arm go lifeless, limp. The shoulder at the top of the arm is relaxed. Any tension or tightness that you feel there, let it go. Let it go out with the breath. And then coming down now the left side of the back. Just like when you inject ink from a pen into the water and it colors the water. Gradually feel the same type of effect with the heaviness coming down the back of the body. Just coating the back of the body, making it feel heavy. From the middle of the back all the way to the left edge of the body, right to the shoulder, to the sides. Working its way down the back. Feeling the whole back sink into the ground. The skin just merging with the earth, melting into the earth. And then down into the lower back and into the seat. All the natural rises in the lower back flattening out as a result of the heaviness coming down on it. And all of it pulling into the seat as well, so that the seat, like a basin, gets heavy with all the heaviness that sits in it. Just sink further and further down into the earth. Then feel it going down the left leg, starting at the top of the thigh. It's as though you felt lead going all the way through the veins and into the muscles, making the lead feel extremely heavy, like concrete, all the way down to the ankle, the whole leg. And at the end of the ankle, the foot, relax the whole foot, all areas, the toes, the big toe down to little toe. They all go limp. And the bottom of the foot and heel are soft, top of the foot as well, and the foot just falls out lifelessly to the side. The whole left side of the body anchored down. And now the right side. Moving now to the right hand, bring your attention to the fingers, from the thumb down to the baby finger. Just allow them to just go limp, dead-like. The back of the hand just completely dead, sitting on the ground, lifeless. The palm soft, no tension. The wrist completely loose. The hand just hangs off of it, flimsily. And now up the right arm. Just work your way up the arm and just relax all the muscles along the way, releasing them so they feel like they're made of jelly. Just hanging, just nothing but extra weight hanging off the bones. The arms completely like dead weight. All the way up to the shoulder. The shoulder itself also. Relax. Any tightness, any tension that you feel, just allow it to drain out of the body into the ground. And then making your way, same as the other side, starting at the top of the back, moving down the right side, the back. Feel a heaviness just creep its way down the back, just spreading all the way down and across from the middle of the back, all the way to the right shoulder and down the sides, down past the shoulder blades. And as the heaviness makes its way through, the back just sinks and melts into the earth. Feel it coming down into your lower back area and just flattening out that area as well. All the heaviness just sitting in it, causing it to sink. And then that depression just causes the heaviness to just go into the seat as well. And the seat collects all this heaviness and it too sinks into the ground. Further and further, heavier and heavier. And then it goes down the right leg, continuing to travel down towards the ankle, loosening all the muscles along the way, releasing them so they too become weak. And as a result, all the matter in the leg feels heavy. So heavy. It's not even possible to move it. Anchored down. All the way to the ankle. And then take your attention now beyond the ankle to the foot that hangs off of it. Soften all the areas of the foot, the toes, just loosen them up. Allow them to go soft and limp. The top of the foot, no tightness or tension. The bottom of the heel, also soft. The foot just falls out to the right. Now the arms and the back are anchored down. outside the body, completely still. Inside, within the torso, there's still activity for all those systems, all those organs are still working away. So now just imagine you're the brain. Just send a command to all those organs to just take pause. And then, like a machine slowly shutting down, just all the organs start to get sluggish and they slow down to the point of just stopping. So then the inside of the body is as quiet as the outside. No movement anywhere. It's as though the body were a corpse from the neck down. Above the neck, the head, heavy as well. Back of the head, pressing into the ground. Just allowing your head to rest in that depression that it forms, or holds the brain within as heavy with all the knowledge that it holds. The face, however, is completely soft and not feeling any of this heaviness. None of this feels like a strain. The face is soft, no indication of stress or tension anywhere. Eyes are soft, the jaw is relaxed, the tongue is sitting in its bed. Cheeks, chin, everything relaxed. No communication between the body and the brain. So the brain can now come into a quiet place as well. So just cease the chatter, cease the constant activity of the brain. Allow it to go quiet as the rest of the body. Lose all consciousness of the body and awareness. Go beyond the body and the mind now. Tap into your true self, which is infinite. So picture standing on a dock looking out in the ocean. It's a gray day, the sky and the ocean, at the point at which they meet, at the far horizon, you can't even distinguish where the sky ends and the ocean and meets the ocean. It's like a blur. All eventually just merges into that same uniform color, uniform space, infinite as far as you can see, stretches way beyond the imagination. This is the nature of your true self, boundless. We try to make it unchanging, the mindset, the temperament, always remaining in a contented state, a calm state, free of suffering, unbothered by suffering. And that comes as a result of knowing your true nature, which is divine, which is infinite. And that sameness is everywhere in all beings. So remember that in all your interactions, in all your connections with any beings, we are all one, we are all the same. We're all just reflections of each other and of God. So now ingrain that truth in your mind and your heart by repeating the following sentence to yourself 3 times. I see God in all beings. Keep reminding yourself each day of this, so that your love extends unconditionally to all beings. And now it's time to exercise that in your daily life. So now make your way back from Shavasana. Start to awaken the body in a way that is mindful, that is gentle. Prepare to come back from Shavasana. Prepare to come back to a seated position. Do so with the utmost gentleness and reverence and quietness. Close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Be receptive to the grace of God. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your love and your efforts and your everything. Thank you for coming today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. I'll have another one coming up in November, I'm sure, at some point. And if anyone's doing a 50-hour training, hope to see you there. Otherwise, so much love to you. I'll send out the recording link, the link to the recording very soon. So thank you so much. So great to see all of you. Love you so much, all of you.